How you doing, guys? Today I'm gonna show you how to re-clear your headlights. I took out my headlights from the Tiburon. They're right here. As you can see, they're not in good shape. They have a little bit of yellowing on the top. They're a bit hazy at the towards the front. And I just wanted to make a quick video if you wanted to know how to clear your headlights. Here's the materials that you might need, or you're gonna need to clear your headlights. You're gonna need some sandpaper, some 400 grit, and some 600 grit. You're gonna need maybe some pre-cleaner, or you can use rubbing alcohol, and you're gonna need a bottle of clear. I was gonna do this video using like a gun, mixing it and spraying the clear, but I know not everyone has access to that or has a compressor and a paint gun and all that. So I'm gonna show you using this rattle can that I have here. You can get this at your body shop store, or I'll link in the description where you can get this can. I think they sell it on Amazon, but this is good clear. This is you can't buy this at your auto parts store. You can get it, you can find it at a body shop store, but it's really good clear. It's a two-part. It's the clear is inside, and at the bottom, as you can see, there's a red button or a red tab. You take that off, insert it at the bottom, and it releases a hardener. So yeah. Okay guys, here I got the headlight right here, and I got my 400 grit right here, and I got 600 right here. Got the 400 grit right here. I just ripped it off, and I have the other piece at the bottom. So I got the two pieces right here. You're probably only gonna need two pieces. That's it, or two pieces of each. It's just a headlight, or maybe two, one for each headlight. But for this, I'm just gonna use one piece. I have this large piece because I couldn't find the smaller strip, so I'm gonna use this large piece. But I'll just cut it, fold it, and cut it. But first, you're gonna want to start off with. And I forgot to mention, you're also gonna need a spray bottle. You can maybe use a glass of water, just spray it, or throw a bit on it each time you want to wet your sandpaper in your headlight. Or it'll be easy if you could just go to the dollar store and just buy a regular spray bottle and just fill it with water. It's just filled with water. And then here's the headlight. Like I said before, you can see some yellow haze right here, and it's kind of hazy towards the middle and all that. So what you want to start off with 400. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with 400, then I'll move to 600 so I can take off the sanding scratches from the 400. The 600 is gonna take out the 400, and I'm gonna stop at 600. I think I seen a video or some videos where they go up to 1,000, something like that. But I think in my experience, or what I think you should stop at 600. I feel like 1,000 doesn't have enough bite for the clear, so I'm gonna stop at 600. At least that's what I'm gonna do in this video. I'm gonna stop at 600. But first, like I said, we're gonna start with 400. So what you wanna do is it's nice and simple. Just make sure you wet your sandpaper. And you wet the headlight. Spray your sandpaper and just start sanding. Just start wet sanding is what you call it. And what you want to do is just keep going in circular motion. Just keep going in circular motion all the way around the headlight. And that's what you want to do. And I'll show you a bit how it looks like when I'm done. Okay, I just got done sanding the entire headlight with 400 grit. As you can see, I did take off the yellow. There was some yellowing on the top, and I did take that off. But as you can notice, that the headlight just got even more hazier, or it got more foggy, I guess you could say. But that's okay. Now I'm gonna sand with 600, and that's gonna take off the 400 grit scratches that I just did. The higher up in grit you go, like the number, the higher it is, the more fine it is. So what I'm gonna do is, like I said, I'm gonna sand it with 600 to take off the 400 grit scratches, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, I just got done sanding it with 600 grit. And as you can see, it's less hazier than it was with 400 grit, because that 600 grit took out those 400 grit scratches and then made it more smoother. But you can still see there is still some haze, and that's, like I said, that's normal. Now it's time to tape it up and clear it, and you're gonna see once you apply that clear, it's gonna look nice, and it's gonna transform the headlight. It's gonna make it nice and glossy. But yeah, here's another look at it. This is with 600 grit. Yeah. So now what you want to do in the next step is you're gonna want to get some masking tape and mask all the way around where you don't want clear. Like, I'm just gonna mask it really quick. I'm gonna mask it right here, over here, all along. I just want to get whatever I sanded with, that's all I want to get clear coat on. So I'm just gonna mask it right there. I don't want clear coat, like I said, on the weather stripping or weather gasket, because I feel like once the clear coat dries, it's gonna harden and it might crack or anything like that, and I don't want that. But yeah, I'm not gonna add paper from behind since I'm gonna be shooting towards the front. I don't think it will matter that much that some clear coat goes behind the headlight. I'm not too worried about that. But if you didn't take out your headlight, I recommend taping it and masking it up like I just said, all the way around. And let's say your car is right here, your Tiburon, whatever it is right here. You're gonna want to put some paper all around because you want to protect it from overspray. Okay guys, I'm done taping the headlight. I taped up the edges, as you can see right there. So now it's time to put clear on. What you first want to do, you want to make sure the surface is clean. So I'm gonna use some pre-clean prep all is what we call that kind, or the brand. Or if you don't have anything like that, you can use some rubbing alcohol, spray on a rag, a clean rag. I have one right here in my hand right now, and just clean it. Just go around it real quick and it should be good. Let the pan go for a good 1 minute. And no one ever mentions this, or in the videos, or I did mention it, if you have the headlight connected to your car. But if you have the headlight apart and you want to spray, make sure you're away from like cars or anything. You don't want to get this clear on, because you'll be surprised how far this overspray goes. So don't do it right next to the car. Maybe see, I have some distance over there. There's really nothing over there. So I have a door right here that I'm priming, but it's gonna get sanded, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, you want to keep it away from anything you don't want clear on, like the car, and you don't want it to dry up on your car and everything, because it's not good. And then you start spraying. So first, the first coat, I'm gonna put 4 coats in total. You could do 3, but I'm just gonna put 4 just to have a nice thick layer. But first, like I said, you take the can and you just wanna get it on there. You don't have to get full coverage. You just have to get some on there. See how I sprayed it? Just get some on there. Make sure to get everything. That's just right there. That's just inside. It's a little bit foggy inside. It's a little because it was cold in the morning, and it's still cold right now. But yeah, that's not nothing. That's from the inside. That too. That's from the inside. But yeah. Now, depending on the temperature outside or wherever you're spraying it, it depends. Usually, it depends how long you're gonna wait until the second coat, the other coat. Normally, I think it's like 10 to 15 minutes, but since it's so cold outside for me, I'm probably gonna wait a little bit longer than that to put the second coat. But I'll be right back for the second coat. Okay, guys, now it's time for the second coat. So for the second coat, you want to get full coverage. You want to start here or start anywhere and end on the other side. You don't want to stop right in the middle, because you'll probably get too much clear there. So if you start here, you'll end here. So here's an example. I ended there. See how I didn't end here. I ended all the way across from it. So now again, I'm gonna start here and end over there, and you just keep doing that back and forth. Make sure to get all the parts of the headlight. So here I'm just gonna go quickly. I'm gonna go probably diagonally, and there you go. That was the second coat. So I waited about more than 15 minutes. Like I said, it depends on where you're at, the temperature where you're at. Where I'm at right now, it's cold, so I gave it more than 15 minutes. But if it's nice and warm where you're at, let's say like maybe 70 and above, 10 or 15 minutes, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. So another thing, when you're spraying, you're gonna see, as you're spraying, you're gonna see the pattern. When you're gonna see, let's say you're gonna see maybe it stops right there. So when you go for the second swipe, you kind of want to go 50% below that. So we're gonna do 75. I'm gonna do 50% on this one. So if it starts, so let's say the spray pattern starts from here to here, so 50% of that will be kind of like right here. So that's where you want to go, and just keep moving nice and good. You want to keep moving in a nice space, have the same distance away from it, and you don't want to go too slow, because if you go too slow, you'll probably put too much clear on a certain spot, and then it'll start dripping, and you don't want that. You just want to put it nice and good. So for the third coat, I'm gonna do the same thing what I did to the second coat, is full coverage, but I'm gonna try to do a little bit wetter. I'm gonna try to go a little bit slower, but not too slow that I'm gonna start dripping it. I'm gonna start it's gonna start dripping. I'm gonna start, if you do it too long, you're gonna start seeing like it's too much material. It's gonna start falling down, and you don't want that. You just want to get it just like the second coat, just a little bit more, but not too much. So you just basically slow down your speed from your second, slow down a little bit, but I guess that makes sense. Just slow down a little bit, not too much, and just keep going. Like I said, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'll show you when I get to the third coat. So I'm gonna let this dry. Like I said, it's cold where I'm at, so I'm gonna let this dry more than 15 minutes, but I'll be back for the third coat. Okay guys, time has passed and it's ready for the third coat. So the same thing as the second coat, you want to get full coverage, but you want to make it a bit more thicker than the second coat. Like you want to go slower, you want to get it on more, but not too much, or you'll start, like I said, you start dripping. So like I said, just keep going. Just start, if you're gonna start here, you want to end there. Do not stop in the middle, just keep going. And you want to do 50%, just back and forth, back and forth. Make sure you get everywhere where you need it to get it. So you see how it bends right here? I'm just gonna go one. Start from here and then over there. There you go. You wanna get right here. I'm gonna do it diagonally, or like right here. Swipe, swipe, swipe. And there you go. So like I said at the beginning, I think I mentioned it, I'm gonna do 4 coats just to have a nice thick layer on it. That's what I'm gonna do. I think it's better just to have a nice thick layer on it, and she'll be ready to go.